Hello, this is David Gilmore, known as LDS Prepper, and to watch over 600 videos that could save your life on preparedness, go to ldsprepper.com. Today we're talking about what size strawberries, what size cabbage, what size cucumbers and so forth should you be growing in your garden, and why you're not. It's really funny that I show people pictures of my cabbages and my strawberries and so forth, and they say, well, those are so big they probably don't have any nutrients in them. And it's interesting because they're this big because they have all the nutrients that they need. So I need to dispel a fertilizer myth. For comparison's sake, if you saw a scrawny, weak, malnutritioned child and you compared him to somebody who is healthy and strong and getting all the nutrition that they need, you would probably tell that child or its parents, why don't you eat some more food to get some more nutrients? And that would probably help, because the reason why they're sickly is because they don't have enough nutrients. You don't get strawberries like this that are so full of flavor and sweet because their lack of nutrients. Now, unlike people who, we'll sit down to a nice meal and we'll probably eat more than we should, plants don't do that. They only take up the nutrients in the soil that's available to them. So if you've got too much nutrients in the soil, they're not going to take that. And that's why, one reason why we feed weekly. So we're just giving them a little bit of nutrients every week, enough for them to get through that week. And then we also stop fertilizing up to 8 weeks before the final harvest. So they're cleaning up any nutrients that may be in the soil. So after 20 years of soil testing, we're finding that there's no residual fertilizer because of the way that we fertilize. But our plants are big and healthy and produce incredibly delicious and large fruit. Plants will take up all the nutrients that they need if they're available. If they're not available, they're malnutritioned. They'll have small fruit. They'll be weak plants. They'll be insect attractors instead of insect repellers. So when you see me growing 20-pound cabbage and big juicy strawberries that are flavorful, not the big fat strawberries in the grocery store that taste like cardboard, but everybody says two things when they eat the strawberry: wow, that's sweet. Well, in the LDS Prepper Premium Micronutrient Mix that we use to make the Midlighter Weekly Feed, there's no sugar in it. So where did the plant get the sugar to make the tomato so sweet? Or the 10,000 phytonutrients that the tomato makes? Or that makes the strawberry so sweet? Sugar is a compound. And you can only make compounds if you have the elements to make the compounds. But because we're giving them the proper amount of magnesium and molybdenum and iron and copper and zinc and all the other essential nutrients, they can make the sugars and they can grow to their normal size. But who defines normal? Well, I go by God's measurement, not man's measurement. When I bought a bag of corn seed that said it was 84-day corn and harvested it in 62 days, what's normal? And why is normal? 84 days is normal because the plant is taking longer to produce the fruit because it doesn't have the nutrients to grow as fast and as healthy as it could if it had all the nutrients. And the reason why I really like the nutrient mix that we use is because those nutrients are immediately available to the plant. They're water soluble, and if my plant has a deficiency, it is immediately available. Anybody who is doing any kind of composting understands that those nutrients are not biodegradable to the plant at all. They're not available to the plant at all. They have to be processed through the bio-life in the soil and then pooped out, and then it's in a format that is available to the plant. The nutrients that we use are immediately available to the plant. If you were iron deficient and you went to the doctor and he said, take this supplement, it'll be available to your body in 6 months, you would walk out, because that doesn't make any sense. You would have had to take that vitamin 6 months before you needed it, which doesn't make any sense either. So if you are not getting 10-pound cabbage heads or 20-pound cabbage heads, or big juicy strawberries, or plentiful sweet tomatoes, or whatever it is in your garden, it's because your plants are malnutritioned. That's the bottom line. They're not getting the nutrients that they need in the amounts that they need, when they need it, and in the proper ratios. I am trying to desperately help people grow food as if their life depends on it. There's so many myths and so much deceit in gardening that is crippling people's ability to grow food that they will depend on for their families. Look at my videos. Look at the results. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the potatoes. The proof is in the tomatoes. It's in the strawberries. It's in the cabbage. It's in everything that I do in here. Don't be misled or misinformed by either ill-willed or good-intentioned people who aren't informed. Get the nutrients you need to grow healthy, plentiful plants that are growing to the full measure of their creation, not to a dwarfed, mutant, starving level because they're being malnutritioned through fertilizers that takes months or years to become available to the plants, or never become available because they're in the soil so long they're washed out. This is LDS Prepper, desperately trying to help people grow food as if their life depends on it. If you want to grow and get the results that I get, do what I do. Go to ldsprepperstore.com, get the Mint Ladder Gardening Course book, forget everything you think you know about gardening, follow that book step by step, get the LDS Prepper Premium Micronutrient Mix, get it for free shipping when you order 8 or more packages, and start growing food so it's able to grow to its full measure of creation. This is LDS Prepper reminding you, if you are prepared, you shall not fear. If you are a Mint Ladder gardener, please comment down below. If you use my micronutrients, please comment down below. I'd love to hear what your results are. Thank you so much.